renarspodcast.
Osteopathy.
Yep.
So how did that started? How long you been doing this, and what is it? I have no idea what is osteopathy.
So I finished my studies just a few years ago.
Just pull a little bit further away. Remember fist?
Fist, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
That's
so
the one.
I finished my osteopathy studies just a few years ago. I studied at University College of Osteopathy in London, close to London Bridge. And you see, when people ask how long I was doing it, I feel like osteopathy was so close to what I need to come back to martial arts because I grew up there, and just I feel it was so close to what my martial art teacher was teaching me about the body and how body functions, and how body can heal itself. And so when I moved to London for the first few years, I was thinking, okay, I wanted to get a professional knowledge, because before moving to London, I was studying acting back in Lithuania.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was studying. I studied acting for 2 years. Then I left the academy.
Were you too good?
No, I was too ambitious. I remember one of my teacher in the acting academy. She looked at me and said, "Listen, young man, your ambitions are higher than your ammunition."
Oh, snap. Then your ammunition. I like that.
Yeah, that's a really good saying,
Yeah.
And I remember because she said that in front of all the
No.
Yeah, because I was very unhappy about the grading that I had. I was like, I think it's unfair. Can you explain me why I got this grading? And she's like, listen, young man, there's nothing I need to, I'd say, explain to you, know, because, and then there was, but that phrase was like, she dropped the mic.
Yeah, she dropped the bomb and the mic in the same time.
Yeah. So I moved to London, and I thought, no, I still need to get a professional knowledge. So, and the knowledge that would help me to do what I'm doing now. And I just started teaching martial arts then. And I was thinking about, becoming professional. So firstly, I was thinking about the physiotherapy, but but in that time, those 2 or 3 years when I was just planning to do physiotherapy, it was quite difficult to get the position because there was so many people trying to go into the physio.
Yeah.
So I tried Brunel University, I tried St. George's, and it didn't happen. It didn't work, And then I thought, then I did the access course for medicine and medical sciences in City and Islington College for a year. But again, I didn't finish that course. I was just about to finish, then I went through the divorce. The one that we spoke. And really the study wasn't the thing, that I was concentrating on. And so I didn't, there was like just a few things to finish, but I didn't make that. And then so I took a gap year, and then I thought, no, I need to come back. And I realized actually physio is not what I want to do, Not really my vibe, And then I researched, and then I found osteopathy. I was like, oh, osteopathy, I heard something about it, I read a bit. Then I said to my martial art teacher, about that I want to study osteopathy, and he's like, oh, one of my students, ex-students, he's doing osteopathy. Maybe you want to go and talk to him. He will explain you a bit more. So I met that guy. His name is. I forgot his name. But okay,
it's probably not that important.
yeah. So I met that guy in Lithuania. He explained me about the osteopathy, and I was like, okay, it sounds something. But really, it was really, how to say, close to my, let's say, perception about the body and how body should be treated, and And then I applied for the osteopathy course here in London, and I got in and I finished osteopathy. And what is the osteopathy? Osteopathy is actually based on the few basic principles by the guy who started osteopathy, Andrew Taylor Still. He's an American, let's say, not scientist, but like a professional, medical professional. And he built osteopathy on few main things. So one of the principles, theories. So one of them is that the body has its own medical chest. So it means that our body can heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is that he says artery is supreme. What does it mean? That arteries, like, so we have blood vessels, we have veins, we have lymphatic, we have so these are the arteries that run through our body, and they are supreme for the health of the other tissues. So if we have some restriction in the circulation of the fluids, that restriction will cause further, degeneration of the tissue.
Right. Here, I found the osteopathy as there's a definition. Osteopathy is a way of detecting, treating, and preventing health problems by moving, stretching, and massaging a person's muscles and joints.
Yes.
So straight away, again, you're talking to someone who has no idea what's the difference even between osteopathy and physio.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what's the main difference?
Yeah. So I was about coming to. So you see, I can explain in different ways, but what I like to say, for example, even like using this term, what I just said, artery supreme, actually osteopaths are the ones that we like, if we follow the idea of Andrew Taylor Still, we'd be thinking that we want to alter or like achieve our goal through altering the fluid dynamics in the body. And when we talk about the fluids, so again, we talk about the same, we talk about blood, about lymphatic drainage and lymphatic circulation, cerebrospinal fluid, so the fluid that goes between our brain, spine, and tissue fluid, just in general, that we have, and that's what we're manipulating. That's what we're working on, and by altering dynamics of those fluids, we're achieving our goal. So that's, if we talk about the chiropractors, they're working more with the
bones,
with the solid tissues like
solid
bones
tissues
and joints, the hard tissues. And osteopath, of course, we can use the same techniques as chiropractors, the manipulations, the clicks and pops. But the idea is, even if you do click and pop, it should be you do that because you're preventing the fluid interruption, or you want to improve the fluid interruption by using that technique to release something and let the fluid flow. So that's the idea. So actually I'm working. That's why osteopathy can be very gentle and mild, like sacroiliac or a sacral osteopathy, where people just, the therapist just hold your head for half an hour, 20 minutes, and he does nothing. It feels like he does nothing, but actually he does job. With sacroiliac osteopathy, it's very personal. Some therapists, I know that they are great. They really know what they're doing when they hold your head, and some of them, they just.
So what exactly is happening while they're holding the head?
So sacroiliac osteopathy is based on the cerebrospinal fluid flow. So we have your brain and your spine is connected. So actually your brain is like sits in the bowl full of fluid, so actually surrounded by fluid, and this fluid connects with your spine, and it runs around your spine in your spine. Yeah. And
how much did you pay to get that degree?
And this fluid, it moves as well. It has a certain pace of movement, circulation, and it can be interrupted, by injuries, traumas, and that's where. So physically, what does our skull expands and contracts 4 to 8 times a minute.
Okay.
So actually there's a movement in our skull bones, and they call sutures, where the bone connect, the suture is moving, and the osteopath who did a lot of research, and he's Sutherland. He's a British osteopath, and he was the one who did the experiments on himself when he was taping his head and preventing the movement of those bones, and then he started experiencing migraines and headaches and different other things, and he started, he was guided by his intuition,
Mhm.
but later it came to the science that actually it is happening. The suture is moving, your bones are moving, and this movement is responsible for the pumping mechanism of that fluid, and the pumping and what can happen. So actually, if that fluid doesn't move properly, it can create certain, like, how to say, disbalance in the pressure around your bones, around your nerves, and if it's not bones, around your brain, and for example, if we think about the brain, you have different centers that are responsible for the different things, and if you have a very mild disbalance, but let's say it's so mild that you can't feel it, but it's constant, it's like a constant. So, and this is like a constant, like I like to call it stimulus, So for example, it's like a constant, like itchiness, something,
Irritation. Constant
Irritation,
irritation. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine you have a constant irritation on a certain area of your brain, and that irritation, doesn't let you to relax properly.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's not a small irritation. It's quite a massive one. Actually, one of my guests, who's a musician, he got tinnitus. And like right when he just got his degree in being a producer and doing all that stuff, and he got diagnosed with tinnitus. Do you know what that is? Yeah. So that constant noise in your ear, which is like,
it can be
just
different.
horrible. Yeah. And some people probably can have a mild one. Some people can have a like louder one. So that's kind of a little irritation stuff. Listen, like the things what you're telling me, it again for me, it's quite complicated to grasp it.
Okay.
Because there's quite straight in a deep end. But let's say, tell me first of all, what kind of problems the osteopath are dealing with mainly. So when it's straight away, if I say you, oh listen, Adomas, I have this problem, and then you say, oh no, you probably could go to chiropractor, you probably go to physio, but if you have this problem, you should come to see an osteopath.
I say,
what are the usually the big ones?
I say in general we deal with pain.
Right.
With pain.
So some kind of nasty pains. Like what about I used to suffer a lot, which is much less now because I train less. I used to have nasty spasms in my back.
Yeah.
You could deal with
and
that.
any pain, So firstly, as an osteopath, you come to me. I do a screening, so I'll see, and then after the, I will do the screening and I'll let you know. I say, listen, I think I can help you. Or if I see I cannot help you, I will tell you straight away.
Yeah.
Or I will say I can help you to that much, but this bit you need to go and see another professional.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So, but in general, we deal with pain. And because we deal with pain, when we talk about pain is very, how to say, complex thing.
Yeah, 100%, because there could be so many reasons for the pain.
So many reasons.
Yeah.
And a very big thing in the pain is our mind.
Blah, blah, blah. Renarspodcast.